In a world that measures almost everything, our productivity, our performance, even our worth, it's easy to feel as if we're being pulled along by forces outside ourselves. But beneath all that noise, many of us sense a quieter longing, a hunger for something deeper, a desire to live a life that feels whole, meaningful, and connected to who we truly are. This longing is at the heart of what I call the self-directed life. Self-directed doesn't mean driven by ego or by the small self that wants approval. It refers to the deeper self, the part of us that knows what matters, what nourishes us, and where we want to place our energy. When we live from this place, we're not simply reacting to the world around us. We are choosing our path from within. Psychologist Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi used the term autotelic to describe people who find meaning in the activity itself. The word comes from the Greek auto, meaning self, and telos, meaning purpose or goal. An autotelic life is one where the doing is the reward, where fulfillment comes from deep engagement, not from the outcome or recognition that might follow. For me, one of the clearest examples of this was my dad. He left school at 14 and didn't follow academic paths, but he was endlessly curious. He always had projects on the go, writing, researching, learning about history simply because he loved it. He didn't do these things for prestige or validation. He did them because the process lit something inside him. Looking back, I see how closely this mirrors Csikszentmihalyi's description of flow, losing yourself in something that feels meaningful in its own right. This way of living is also beautifully captured in Zena Hitz's book, Lost in Thought, which reminds us that intellectual life isn't reserved just for the highly educated. It's a form of inner richness that belongs to all of us. My dad embodied that truth. And many of us have touched moments like this ourselves. A craft, a hobby, a practice that nourishes us simply because we're doing it. Right now, this way of living matters more than ever. Our culture pushes us toward distraction, speed, and constant comparison. Success is measured in numbers, likes, rankings, income, and yet these metrics rarely bring the depth or satisfaction we hope for. The self-directed life asks us to step outside that system, to remember that meaning doesn't have to be justified. It can simply be. This shift doesn't require dramatic life changes. It begins with small, everyday choices. Taking time for something that matters to you without rushing. Listening inwardly before responding outwardly. Letting yourself create without worrying whether it's useful. Focusing on depth, not quantity. Every time we choose meaning for its own sake, we take a small step toward wholeness. So I invite you to reflect. Where in your own life are you already living autotelically? And what might help that spark grow? And if you'd like to continue this journey, the next video in this series explores how flow becomes an act of resistance in a distracted world, and how choosing depth can be quietly transformative. Flow is that state where you're fully immersed, when you look up and realize an hour has passed without noticing. If this idea of the self-directed life speaks to you, you'll find more resources on my website. Thanks for watching, and I hope you will tune in to watch the next video in this series. Subscribe to make sure you don't miss it.